Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy that you're here today. I'm going to be creating a fun little project for you with a little bit of a winter or holiday theme, but you could totally adapt this to any season of the year. I'm going to be using the Lovely Layer Cottage die set. This is one of those dies that's been in my stash for a little bit now, and I absolutely love it. It is so cute, and there's so many ways that you can use this and coordinate it with other dies from your honeybee collection. So really love this set so much. Now what I did is I die cut all of the pieces, and I'm just going to assemble this for you so that you can see how this goes together. Now I did start the base of the cottage off with a really light gray cardstock. The cardstocks I'm using are from Spellbinders. They're the really wonderful Spellbinders Colorwheel cardstock. I will link that in the description box below. I did make the roof out of a contrasting white, and now I'm going to go ahead and add all of the other little pieces in, just kind of coordinating and contrasting the colors to make this look like just a really pretty little cozy cottage. So this piece here is the front piece, and I did die cut that from a dark teal color. And then the little roof trim here, I die cut from a really nice light teal. So it's just a really pretty light, kind of like a light aqua color. And then I've got the door here, which is die cut again from that very light gray. The stairs I die cut from black just to give them a really good contrast. And then the trim for around the door, I cut from black as well to coordinate with those stairs. And then just really add a bold kind of outline to that door. For these tinier spots here, you'll just see me using my pick, my honeybee craft pick here, to just grab a little bit of my honeybee glue from my mat. And I'm just adding that onto this really tiny little piece. Sometimes I just find that technique really just helps me get glue onto smaller spots without getting too much glue on it. And the window pieces are so cool. They are open in the back, and then you have a backer piece. So if you wanted it to look like there's lights on, you could back that with some yellow cardstock. I chose black, and I'm just popping that up on a little bit of foam adhesive just to give it a little bit of dimension. Now the windows are really cool because they almost look like the windows have lattice in them, which I think is very fun. And then there is a trim piece here, which I chose to do in the same color because I am going to back this with black cardstock, as I did for the window and the door. And then there is a window sill piece as well to contrast with that, which I die cut from that darker teal color. So I'll just get this into place. Again, I did pop that up with a little bit of foam adhesive just to give it a little bit of dimension on the card base or on the cottage base. And then here is that little sill from that dark teal color. And then I've just done the exact same thing with the window on the opposite side. And then the sill again is in that dark teal color. I'm using my Spellbinders pickup tool here and my honeybee tweezers just to help me along and get these different pieces into place. And these are the dormer windows that go along the top. I'll just go ahead and put the backer to the window, which is just this little black piece here, in place. And it's fun because honeybee has given you obviously these are in different orientations, but oftentimes in these sets I'll give you 2 sets of dies so that you can actually die cut multiple pieces at one time, which is really fantastic. So for those windows at the bottom, for example, there's 2 different sets of dies. You can cut them at the same time. And I love that. So now these are the little windows for the top windows for the dormers there. And then the trim. There's a die for the trim as well, so you can see just all these really great layers. That first piece in gray that I'm just layering this on top of kind of gives the dormer a bit of a 3D look, and then this little trim piece on the roof just gives it that little extra contrast. So now I'm going to start to work on the window above the door. And it's just a little bit of a larger window. Again, the backer for it is I've cut in black, and then there's the over piece there. And so that's all of the windows and those main pieces. Now I'm going to work on the chimney detail. So this is the main chimney for the center of the house. And I cut that from that light blue again, which I used for the windows. And this is just a little piece of detailed trim that goes at the top. And then we've got the little chimney detail, which I have cut from gray cardstock. And I'll just get those little pieces into place. And the embossed lines in those does make them look like they're brick, which is kind of fun. And so there's lots of embossed detail on some of these different pieces here, which, including the roof, just makes it look more realistic. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive on a couple of these little areas on each of the different little chimneys here to create these little, or to attach these little trim pieces, which I've die cut from that light blue again that I used for the windows and some of the other trim detail. And once I've got those in place, I'll just go ahead and use my craft pick here just to make sure that they're exactly in the right spot before they dry. And there you can see all the details on this cute little house. Now this is a really gorgeous embossing folder called Frosted Filigree. It is wonderful. I love it. And like I said earlier, I did kind of want this to have kind of a wintry feel to it, but you could totally use any embossing folder for your background to change the season. But you can just see how this house just fits perfectly in the center of this design, and I love how this looks. Now I do want to create a bit of a snowbank, so I'm just taking a piece of scrap cardstock here and my scissors, and I'm just going to cut kind of like a wavy little line for a snowbank here, and just to make this look like we are dealing with a fairly fresh snowfall, and indicative by the fact that the shrubs are still looking pretty fresh and green. So what happens where I'm from is one day it's green and the next day it's not. So that's basically our fall here where I am is really, really short. And so between summer and winter, usually there's not a huge gap. And it'll just be like, one day we'll just get a really big snowfall and then it's winter. So that's kind of what I was thinking about when I was creating this. And I'm just going to pop up my little cottage here on some thin foam squares and add that onto the snowbank. So here's our little bushes. I mean, oftentimes evergreen shrubs do stay green all year. I mean, the cedar trees in my yard where I live do stay green all year. So these could actually be cedar trees if you wanted to think of it that way, and they could be green in the wintertime. But typically the greenery that's growing on a vine or on a house like this would often not be green in the winter. So what I was thinking was this is kind of going to look like typical of, the first snowfall. And I love those vines. I really like how realistic they look. And then there's a bunch of little greenery pieces that you can go ahead and adhere onto the vines. You could just do a vine on one side of your door or your front step, or you could do it on both sides, whatever you'd like. And then there's a whole bunch of other little pieces that you can adhere on to add the detail. You could definitely use different colors of green cardstock for the different greenery areas, just whatever you choose. Now I am going to be adding some snow here with some white splatter. So I'm just going to go ahead and generously splatter the whole scene with this white paint and just give that a really good generous amount of white. I just really like how this looks, and I'm going to add it on the snow at the bottom as well as the background, and then on the house as well. So once that's all finished up, once that's dry, I'm ready to go ahead and adhere this onto my A2 size card base. This is a landscape top folding card base, and I'm just going to go ahead and give that a good press once it's all adhered. I'm going to add a few more details here. So I really love how that looks. And I'm going to just go ahead and take my glaze and glue from Spellbinders. You could also use any other clear, really tacky adhesive like this product here. And I'm going to be adding some glitter. So I'm just kind of adding it to the places where I think the snowfall would be most prominent on the house and on the greenery. And then I'm just going to go on with some really fine glitter, and I'll go ahead and just add that all over where I've added the glue. And now I'll just take that and tap that off. And I'm going to add a little bit more over top of that and add some chunky rock candy as well. And this is going to have just a really nice layer of glitter on it that's hopefully going to kind of emulate snow. So I'll just give that a really good flick, and I'll get all that glitter back into the original containers. And I'll take a second to add the little details onto the shrub, which I've die cut with some white glitter paper. So it might look like snow, it might look like flowers that were still blooming on the shrubs, but whatever you would like to make this appear to be on your project. I'm just going to use my craft pick to help me get those into place, and just adding just tiny little dots of my liquid adhesive here to get these little details onto my shrubs. And I'll go ahead and do that on the other side as well. And then I'll get started on creating a sentiment for this really pretty little card. I am using one of my favorite sentiment sets. These are the mini messages from Honeybee. And this one happens to be the mini messages holiday, which coordinates beautifully with mini messages banners. There are many different themes of the mini messages sentiments in the Honeybee shop. So there's a fall one, there's a general one that has just about everything on it, and so on and so forth. So they are really, really versatile, and it's great to have the whole set. I will be sure to link up to these in the description box below, and all of the other products that I've used today, friends, from the Honeybee shop. I hope you were inspired to get out that lovely Layers Cottage die. If you haven't purchased this one yet, I highly recommend it. It is really, really fantastic. So there's our sentiment from our family to yours. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were inspired, and I hope to see you again very soon. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.